Hello to my grade 11 class of media arts. I decided to do our first assignment in the form of a short video. So today I'm going to be teaching you guys about 10 different multimedia terms that I find interesting. But first I'd like to say that all terms related to multimedia include an important aspect of society and the way the members of society consume what we see. But compared to the rest of the terms in this video, the first four, which are highlighted on the screen, are mainly centered around the way society perceives different forms of media. So the first term that we have today is ideology. And ideology is the concept of understanding ideas about our social world and how they relate to society, as well as the power distribution amongst different communities. A few examples of ideas that we all know of are things like racism, sexism, homophobia, and ableism. These things can be demonstrated through different things like signs, media discourses, or anything used to explain or represent today's world. The next term is moral panic. And to put it simply, moral panic is a rising social concern. This happens when big campaigns publicize media that creates fear, adds tensions, or reinforces stereotypes within society. An example of moral panic was the dangers of rock and roll in the 1950s. The fear of race mixing had risen because children of color and white children were bonding over music that they found enjoyable. Third on the list is propaganda. Propaganda includes spreading information which can be truthful or not in ways that will influence society's beliefs, values, or opinions on a certain topic. An example of propaganda that we all know of is the "We Can Do It" poster. So initially, it was created to boost the women's morale within an electricity company. But once it was publicized, the outside public took it as a way to recruit women outside of the company. Then from the 1980s and onwards, even until now, it is used as a poster to represent feminism. For our last society-centered term, we have realism. And realism is the process of creating an illusion of what we consider as reality in different forms of media. These forms can include theatrical production, speeches, creative writing, film, and much more. A great example of realism in film is a movie called La Haine, and it's a French movie about the hardships of teenagers in different minority groups who live in the slums. It's a really good movie. Please watch it. Now for our film-related terms. First up, we have storyboard. And a storyboard is basically a visual demonstration of a storyline using mostly pictures and just a bit of text. Storyboards can be used in things like films and different kinds of animations, or anything that includes a storyline. An example. Next up is cinematography, which is the visual look of a film. It's considered as the art of taking reflected light and projecting onto a real image that'll create a dramatic effect in a film. As we can see in this example, the reflected light coming from the window is being projected onto a real image, which is the man, and as we can see, it creates a very dramatic effect. The seventh term that I'll be explaining is a term that comes from the French language by the name of mise en scène. The mise en scène refers to the setting of a scene in a film or a play. As you can see in this example, it includes anything that is visible to the camera frame, like actors, costumes, props, lighting, and even the angle of the shot. For our next term, we have the term dolly shot. And dolly shot in filmmaking is simply a shot that is taken on a moving vehicle. Just like the one you saw roll across the screen. When we combine the words black and exploitation, together it makes a blaxploitation, and that is our ninth term. Blaxploitation refers to sensational but usually low-budget movies that include a mostly black or African American cast. These movies were very popular in the 70s as they went into depth about issues like racism, drugs, and the criminal world. A very popular movie that defined this era was a movie called Trouble Man. Here is a poster of this movie. And for our last term, we have chiaroscuro. I think I butchered that pronunciation, but it's okay. It's the combination of the Italian words for light and dark. It refers to the contrast of light and dark in a specific scene when filming or creating art. Here's an example. That is all the terms I have for you guys today. I hope you guys learned something from this video.